Hello, my name's Dan, and this is my Board Gaming Time Capsule. In the future, after the rise of the robot overlords, the world's going to be a pretty grim and horrible place. There's going to be no jobs, there's going to be a breakdown of civilization, and the only restaurants left are going to be those ones that serve their food on slates and things instead of plates. No one's going to want to live in that future, and instead we're all going to hide away in virtual worlds with VR headsets and plugging ourselves into computers, where we can create our own worlds and escape from the grim realities of life. I know it's almost completely impossible to believe now, but maybe one day most of our social interaction will be online, will be through the means of technology, we'll be constantly plugged into a device in order to socialise with our friends and... Oh, hang on. Sorry. As I say, almost impossible to imagine. So the people of the future need to know that life wasn't always a desperate struggle for survival. That in the past you could kind of maintain a sense of zen, a sense of calm. And that's where my Board Gaming Time Capsule comes in. Because we need to show them that there were activities, there were things that could bring you inner peace. I've got two candidates this week. We've got Cottage Garden and The Pursuit of Happiness. Cottage Garden is like the board game love child of Tetris and Alan Titchmarsh. Trust me, if you're British, that joke was hilarious. In the game, you're fitting together flower beds of various sizes, as well as plant pots and snoozing cats, in order to create a lovely garden. The game's very much multiplayer solitaire, but, as a great Ben Maddox says, there's absolutely nothing wrong with multiplayer solitaire. You don't have to be constantly attacking or competing with someone in order to just sit there and enjoy their company. So there. Now, many people say that The Pursuit of Happiness is a gamer's version of Game of Life. However, I'd argue it's more like a board game version of the computer game The Sims, although, thankfully, you don't have to keep reminding your character to go to the toilet in Pursuit of Happiness. In the game, you take your character from cradle to grave, making choices about what their hobbies will be, who they'll have relationships with, and where they'll work. The game does a fantastic job of saying something actually quite profound about the choices we make, about where we spend our energy in life. And quite frankly, I rarely care if I win or lose the game. I just take satisfaction in crafting a life well lived. So, all that's left to decide is which of the games go in. Now, there's no denying The Pursuit of Happiness is a great game, and it really does bring around that kind of sense of well-being and enjoyment in creating something new. But we need to let the people know what life was really like in the past, and not give them unrealistic ideas of what was achievable back now. And cards like this one, eating healthily and having a trained and obedient dog, well, it's just fantasy, isn't it, basically?
Sit. Sit. Sit.
So, with that in mind, the only thing to do is to put Cottage Garden into our Board Gaming Time Capsule.